Initially, I was nervous because I used to hear my friends saying that they were scoring 7.5, 8. I didn't hear anyone who scored 8.5. I mean, not from my friend circle, but they told that within a month, 8 is like a miracle. I mean, they were doing practice 2 to 3 hours also, same. But the tip would be that
A very good afternoon, everyone. This is 𝐒𝐿TS Gupta from PW, IELTS and TOEFL Prep, and I'm talking from India, and it is 3 p.m. here. A very good morning and a very good evening to the people who are joining from different time zones. I welcome you all to this podcast. So I still remember the time when we started this IELTS prep journey with PW, having one dream in our mind, in our hope that we want to help students to achieve their dreams of moving abroad. So we have had successfully achieved that dream, and one of the major, I would say, success story with us today is Praveen Bastia, and he has got 8.5 out of 9 bands overall in the IELTS test. So over to you, Praveen. I would want you to introduce yourself and tell me that what made you think of moving abroad and what made you think of taking IELTS.
so. Thank you for giving this opportunity, first of all. And the first thing I want to answer about that moving abroad is actually still dicey for me because I haven't decided to move abroad till now. And since IELTS is the first key that would open many opportunities to take admission and pursue higher studies in abroad, that's why I took IELTS examination. And I haven't thought yet to move out yet, but I'm
Okay.
still in the thinking process.
Okay, that's nice. That's cool. So, uh, I still remember when it was the first day of our batch, and you said, "Sir, I have a very less time to prepare for the IELTS test because you have
Yes,
something
that's right.
already planned, right, on cards." So,
Yes.
how did you
Yeah.
manage to, I would say, manage your time effectively, and how much time I would say that you gave to your specific preparations as far as the one day thing is concerned?
If I would say about one day, then I was doing very consistent from the very first class we had. And I joined the physics wala course just because of the live session we had. I used to get a lot of distraction if I was doing it by my own. That's why I joined the live class. It was interactive. So the class was 1.5 hours. So we had a daily practice session over there. So it was very helpful. And other than that, I used to do the DPPs, which you provided by you after the classes, which took around 40 to 50 minutes, depending upon the questions. So 2 to 3 hours, mostly 2.5 hours every day. And since I had a lot of tight schedule, I'm working as an intern and doing research paper as well. So the live classes was all I would say because if it was not live class, I would just have listened to the video in 2x speed, and I would not have interacted in the whole class. So the
Mhm.
interactive class was the key, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Right, 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 right. And since that 8.5 is our hallmark over here, which you got, I would want to understand and I would want you to shed some light on the preparation strategy that you personally followed for you and reached this, I would say, a very excellent score.
I mean, initially I was nervous because I used to hear my friends saying that they were scoring 7.5, 8. I didn't hear anyone who scored 8.5. I mean, not from my friend circle, but they told that within a month, 8 is like a miracle. I mean, they were doing practice 2 to 3 hours also, same. But the tip would be that staying consistent would suffice the needs. I mean, staying consistent, and if you're going systematically, and if you know how the exam pattern is going to be, because I didn't know. when I didn't join the physics wala, I was just preparing for the writing task. But after that, I got to know that in writing task, also there are different divisions. I was just
mm,
preparing for the general one. I didn't know about there is academic and general. After joining physics wala only, I got to know that there are two sections, academic and general. I had to go for academic, and in academic there are two sections. So I
mm,
was doing my whole preparation wrong. But the guidance from physics wala only gave me a systematic and methodical, like I can't pronounce the word, sorry, I'm getting
It's
nervous.
okay.
I mean,
It's okay.
the
Mm,
systematic preparation, because physics wala was really well structured. I mean, the
mm,
details given. I mean, I just followed whatever given in the class. I ran through the video before the exam also. I got a lot of tips from you because I also told you in one-on-one session that I lacked confidence while speaking, if you
Right,
remember.
right.
Uh,
Correctly, yeah.
so user and I also asked few doubts in the classes, like what if I don't know about the topic? Then you
Mm,
told me that you told me few tips that we can make made up that thing, like we can imagine that thing and we can just speak. The thing is,
mm,
just the sentence has to be in a well structured manner.
right, right, right.
So for speaking, that was really beneficial for me.
Mm-hmm. Great, great. So I think since we are talking about the writing module and the difficulties you faced
Speaking part,
during writing, but
yeah,
still you
yeah,
have been able to make up to that eight
yeah,
in writing. If I compare the
yeah.
results globally, Praveen, getting an 8 band in writing is quite a task, right? So, since you have been able to do that, how did you make sure that you are matching those criterias which were given to you in the class and coming to the expectations of the examiner or the reader, whosoever is reading your scripts or report writings?
Um, I would say that the question which was asked to me was not so difficult. The question was very simple, that whether recycling and waste management should be taught from home itself. So as this topic has been in my textbook from like high school level, like class sixth or seventh, I have been reading about recycling. So and I was really good at quick thinking and critical thinking, I would say. So
Mm,
I just made a chart that how I would proceed with the question, and I just followed that manner. And also in the class, you told that we have to go in a systematic way that would represent the question. So I
right.
just followed that manner, and I would say I didn't have much vocabulary, but my essay was very structured, and
Mm,
I double checked the spellings and everything. I didn't want that I would lose my marks in spellings or full stop or commas. So I just made
mm,
sure that, and my essay was really simple but well structured.
right. Right, right. I could
Yeah,
make that when you were making submissions and I was evaluating your responses. Your writing, I would
yeah,
say it was quite well structured and I could see the clarity in your mindset and that mindset was jotted down on the writing itself. Wonderful on that
thank you.
part, Praveen, I must say. What about the other modules? We had listening, reading, writing, and speaking as well. So I
Yeah.
know that writing was quite a struggle, but if you have to club it up and you have to say which one was the most difficult module, what would you name? Listening, reading, writing, or speaking?
For me, it was always speaking because
Okay.
it's not my native language. I mean, I used to speak English, but not much, and I always speak Hindi or my native language. So my thinking is also in my native language. So if someone is asking me question in English, I have to first think that and frame that sentence in my native language. So that was not so easy for me to like speak out. So I just, but the live session, like where I interacted with all the class members also, that was really good for me. Like that really helped me out because I was lacking the confidence. Since the
Mm-hmm.
it's online, I just thought that I should also stand out and I should just speak. So listening, and for listening, I scored 39, 40 during the class session itself. Because
Right.
I don't know, but listen, I scored 9 in listening.
Hmm.
So that was good. And for reading also, I struggled a bit because the paraphrasing, I couldn't do it on my first attempt.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
after a few tips you gave in the classes that which questions we have to follow first and how to proceed through the questions to the paragraph, then got it that how can we proceed for the questions, like how to solve
Right,
these
right.
questions.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Great. And which was your favorite module, I would say?
So listening part because
It was
we
easy.
need to, yeah, it was easy. Plus, we need to be more focused on the
Hmm.
listening part. Like for writing, I was also getting distracted a few times, and for reading also, I used to get bored while reading. Why am I reading this all? And but for listening, if I skip 1 second, also the question would be skipped. So I was really enjoying listening because if I skip something, if I lose my focus, I'll lose marks.
Hmm.
That's why I just thought that it needs more focus on.
Correct, correct, correct. So I would say that struggles are a part of life, right? And
Yes, sir.
when we are specifically preparing for an exam or test, so these struggles become quite evident. So I must
Yes.
say that you must have already faced some struggle while you were preparing for the exam. What were the struggles and how did
Yes.
you keep yourself motivated throughout and tamed those struggles, I would say?
Uh, for me, the struggle was the time management, and without time management, I don't think I could have done that.
Hmm.
So eventually, when I saw some gradual improvements, since the first part we did in our live classes was the speaking, and that
Hmm.
was the only thing I lacked confidence in. So when I saw myself improving, like not much, but gradually, then I got motivated by that I'm doing this thing, and sir is also appreciating my ideas. That
Yes.
really motivated me. So
Hmm.
I also started doing the DPPs, and I recorded myself, and you also evaluated those things, and you told, yeah, these things require much more attention. I'm speaking this word more. So I got motivated by this thing that, yeah, sir is really giving efforts, that everyone is sending their recordings and sir is also evaluating everyone's. So I should
Yeah.
also give some more efforts. Like,
Right, right, right.
so yeah.
Great, great. And I would say, Praveen, many of the students are not able to achieve their desired band scores in the first attempt. So, is there
Yes.
anything which you would like to suggest to them, the students who are going to reappear in the exam?
I mean, yeah, I would definitely suggest them to go for more mock test
Hmm.
because that would help them to manage their time during the whole examination. Because writing task one has less weightage than task two. So if we spend more time on task one than task two, we might lose our desired balance. As well as reading, there are many sections. If we struggle to read the whole paragraph in part one, we can't go to part two, and part three will be skipped automatically. So mock test will help us, I would say, and that would only give us more practice, and we can get our more uh, what I can say, more confidence in ourselves as well.
Hmm.
Because time management is the key, I would say.
Correct. Absolutely correct. And what would you like
So
to suggest to the students for writing their IELTS for the first time?
that different section has different needs. For speaking, I would say that just imagine it's your friend who is on the other side. Just stay chill. And for writing, you just have to think every scenario, and listening, I'd say stay more focused. Don't, if you skip a question, just go ahead. And for reading, I would say just start reading from now on, even if it's a newspaper or just a novel. Just start reading, otherwise you'll get bored during the exam also.
Hmm. Right, right, right. That's true. That's really very true. So basically, it was really very good to have you here. in this podcast, Praveen. As we all know that
Thank you,
IELTS
sir.
is an international exam and the results you get here are valid globally. So scoring 8.5
Yes, sir.
out of 9 is an absolute achievement, I should say. But Praveen,
Thank
you
you, sir.
have achieved that and you have kind of set the standard and a benchmark in the industry on a global platform. So
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much again for sharing your valuable insights. I hope that you achieve great success in your life. God bless you. Keep learning and stay motivated as you are and as you have been always. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.